Welcome to my presentation on understanding mirror, the temperament results of the Keirsey Temperament Sorter 2 self-test that I recently did on myself. Basically, Keirsey's sorter has 4 basic personality groups: idealists, rationals, artisans, guardians. And these are determined by 2 of the 4 possible letters you can get by taking the test. Personally, I ultimately fell into the ESTJ, the SJ signifying guardians. So my particular personality type, according to Keirsey, is the guardian. And we further see that each group is broken down into subgroups. Within the guardian group, there's the SFJ, or the conservator, or the STJ, the administrator, which is what I fall into as an ESTJ. And within the guardian administrator, there's 2 further subgroups: the ISTJ, or the inspector, or the ESTJ, the supervisor. Now, initially I was a little torn on my results. I like to think that I can dream and be free-spirited and artistic with music and thoughts and prose even. I love playing drums. I love music. I write poetry. I enjoy writing as a whole. So I didn't really necessarily at first see myself falling into this group of the supervisor, guardian, the practical. Everything's got to be done a certain way and thought out and meticulous. However, after looking more closely at myself and discussing, even with my wife, who probably knows me better than anybody else in the world after being together for 30 years, she read it and her immediate response was, "This is absolutely dead-on accurate, you." So the more I think about it, I do have to agree wholeheartedly that I definitely fall into this group. It seems the one that sticks out the most is the decision making. I feel like I don't, rarely if ever do I make a snap decision or just go with the flow. I have to overanalyze every little thing, research every single thing and all the possible outcomes and objectives and all the information possibly available to me. I've got to go through it before I can make any decision, and I seem to do that with every decision. Further, more than that is I'm never content with just doing my job and doing the job at hand. I take great pride in the work that I do, but I always aspire to higher roles, particularly roles of supervision. Even my current job as a deputy coroner, well, even if I back up, before I came to the deputy coroner, I left forensics with the department because I was as high as I could go, and I yearned to have some sort of ladder to climb, and that was really the big precipitating factor that led me to go to become a deputy coroner. And there's a ladder here I want to climb. I'm working on my master's degree now to help me achieve those goals and climb that ladder. Right now I'm just a deputy, but before I leave this job or retire, my goal is to become a lieutenant, which for deputy coroners right now, that's the highest level we can attain. So again, the more I look at Keirsey's description of all these different personalities and ESTJs particularly, it's hard for me to argue that I don't completely fall into this category unequivocally. But at the same time, I do realize, and even looking at my test results, that not every person is going to be solely and only this particular type. All of us as individuals have various levels of these other groups. For example, between my E and I, my scoring on the test was 6 for the E and 4 for the I, so it was very close. However, all the other groups were landslides to the ST and J. but it does go to show that you can have varying levels of these other groups, meaning just because I'm classified as an ESTJ type doesn't mean that I can't have moments of free-spiritedness or artistry, but the predominant temperament that I display throughout my life, and the majority of it is ultimately going to be the supervisor, guardian, ESTJ role. Anyway, thank you for listening to me talk, and I hope all of you guys enjoyed the self-discovery as much as I did, and I'll be looking forward to checking out everybody else's results, see what you guys thought about your own. Thank you.